Hey, we're back. Mr. Osborne here, doing the other side of the fall final. Number 9, what would you do to solve the following equation for r? So this is just asking how do you go about solving it? Well, here it is, 3 plus r equals 17. I want to subtract 3 from both sides. That way r will be by itself. D, which of the following 4 expressions is different when completely simplified? Well, let's find out how much they are when they're simplified. Negative 12 minus 5 is negative 17. Negative 5 plus negative 12, the signs are the same, I just add them up. So it'll be negative 5 plus 12 is 17. C is the same thing, but just in reverse. Right? 12 plus 5, the signs are the same, negative 17. Here, let's change this to an adding problem. So negative 5 plus, what's the opposite of negative 12? Positive 12. Negative 5 plus 12 is 7, which is not negative 17. So this is the one expression that's different. Next we have a decimal multiplication problem. So 15 and 2/10 times 6, negative 6 and 4/10. So I know the answer will be negative, so I know it's not those two. And 15 times 6 is 90, so this should be somewhere in the 90 ballpark. As a matter of fact, since this is a little more than 15 and this is a little more than 6, the answer has to be more than 90 because 15 times 6 is 90. This is the only answer that has an absolute value greater than 90, so it's got to be A. Let's double check. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. Bring down the 0. 6 times 2 is 12, carry the 1. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31, carry the 3. 6 times 1, 6 plus 3 is 9. We add those together, and we move it for the decimal values. We have 2 place values to move, starting here, 1, 2. And I know it's negative. So there you go. Answer is A. Number 12, identify the correct box and whisker plot for the data set. So here's my data set, and I have one of these box and whisker plots matches. Conveniently, it's already, the values are placed in order. So let's find the median. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15. That means there is an individual value that's in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 on this side and 7 on this side. So my median is 71. So D, it's definitely not D because that's a median of 72. And this has a median of 70. So I know it's not C and D. That looks like a median of 71. And that can be read as a median of 71. So that's not good enough. So if I look over here on the lower side, my minimum is 67, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There'll be one middle value here. So there's my lower quartile, 67. So my minimum and my lower quartile match up here. So A looks good. Here, the lower quartile is not 67. That's not correct. A is the correct answer. And it should match up to on the other side. So here's 1, 2, 3. Here is the upper quartile, 75. And sure enough, it matches. Number 13. Bill needs to fill up his truck and the boat he is hauling with fuel. So he's going to put gas in the truck and the boat, 2 different vehicles. The cost of the fuel for the truck is $36.78, so that's the truck. The cost for the fuel for the boat is $55 plus 21, $55.21. If the price of a gallon of fuel is $2.39, which expression can be used to determine how many gallons he purchased? So he's got a truck. There's his truck. Right? There's the front. And he's hauling a boat. Good for him. The truck cost this. And he's also got to add some gas for the boat. I know that when I purchase things, the cost, that's my price, times how much I buy is going to equal my total. So if I want to answer the question how much, I simply divide my total by the price. If I divide both sides by the price, the price goes away and I have my question, how much I gotta buy? So my price was $2.39. That looks a lot like A, but since the denominators are the same, I can combine this. This is no different than saying 2/5 plus 3/5 is the same thing as 2 plus 3/5. So this is $55.21 plus $36.79 all over $2.39, or C. So the correct answer is D. It's both A and C. Number 14. Excuse me. I have to evaluate, so I've got to plug in some values in here and simplify. Since there's more than one kind of grouping symbol, I'm going to add that grouping symbol in here just so I can see it better. So P is 3. So 3. I have Q plus M. So Q is worth -2. M is worth 4 minus P. I'm going to have to, here's my bracket, divided by 3. So let's see if I can get this easily enough. So -2 plus 4, I have to look inside. So I have 3 times 2. I'm copying everything else down. So 3 times 2 is 6. I'm just switching to parentheses now since I've already taken care of that. Well, 6 minus 3 is 3, because it's in parentheses, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15. When you leave Los Angeles, it is 80 degrees. When you arrive in Boston, the temperature is 35 degrees. So I'm starting from LA, Los Angeles, I'm going to Boston. What expression or equation would not correctly represent the change in temperature? So the change in temperature it's going down, it's decreasing. Recall that the change needs to indicate how much and the correct direction, increasing or decreasing. So when things are increasing, that's positive. When things are decreasing, we can say that they're negative. Well, if I start at 80 degrees and I go down to 35 degrees, hasn't my change been, I've dropped 45 degrees and I've had a negative 45 degree change? 35 minus 80 is negative 45. If I solve this for x, I have to subtract 80 from both sides. There it is, 35 minus 80. So B is also correct. Here I have 80 minus 35 is 45. If I take the opposite of it, that's also negative 45. So that's correct. Here 80 minus 35 is 45, which is the correct value, but it doesn't show that it's decreasing because the change in temperature is decreasing. It needs to be negative. So this does not correctly show the change in temperature. One more. Your car needs 12 5/10 gallons. You can go to the ARCO station where they charge $2.40 per gallon, or you can go across the street to Shell where the cost is $2.80 per gallon. How much money would you save by buying your gas at ARCO rather than Shell? Now I can find out how much I pay at ARCO by multiplying 280, or I'm saying the 240 times the 12.5 gallons. And then I could do the same thing for Shell, find out how much I pay, and then subtract. Or I can find out what's the difference between the two, which is 40 cents. right, 40 cents, and I multiply that difference times 12.5 gallons. I'm going to drop the zeros because they're actually not telling me anything. So I'm going to do 12.5 times 0 and 4 tenths. That way I only have this one multiplication to do. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. I have to move over 2 decimal places because I have one place value there. So he saves $5. Answer is B. There it is. I hope I've made sense and this helps. If you have any questions, please come ask me.